President Pro Tempore, Senator Ping Lacson. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome back to StoryCon.
Yeah,
Hi,
Regina,
Senator.
Ed, and Ami. Good afternoon.
Hi sir, magandang
Happy
hapon
New
po.
Year! Happy New Year,
Kung Hei
Senator.
Pachoy.
Yeah, Happy New Year to all.
Oo.
Sir, I understand mag-uusap-usap mga senador kung anong gagawin sa kaso ni Bato at ni Bongo. Has there been any meeting so far? There been any consensus? Bukas ba?
Diba? Oo.
Wala, kasi kahapon wala kami session. Ngayon holiday. Bukas, kung may schedule, pwede kami mag-start mo ng... of course, meron naman kaming chat group among ourselves.
Mhm.
Pero hindi naman namin discuss pa yung meeting kung may schedule o hindi.
Mhm.
Pero I think importante na pag-usapan namin kasi colleagues namin yung na-involved.
Yes, sir. Pero sir, is there anything in the law or in the Senate rules that states that that's an optional thing na maaring ang Senado ay hindi pumayag na i-release ang akusado o respondent?
Wala, except na nasa Constitution. Yung immunity from arrest, yun yung 6 years and below.
Yes, sir.
May immunity from arrest pagka yung Congress is in session.
Yes, sir.
So I suppose yung definition ng Congress is in session, may nagsasabi na sinidye, meaning bandang June ito. Doon mag-adjourn yung first regular session. Meron namang iba pwedeng sabihin na hindi. Pag nag-recess kayo sa March, walang session yung Senate. But of course, even during recess, basta hindi sinidye, tuloy yung trabaho sa Senate dahil nakapagkunda kami ng mga committee hearings.
Yes, sir.
So that's one issue that we have to resolve. Ano yung definition ng Congress in session or not in session?
Yes, sir. I understand that's Article 6, Section 11 of the Constitution. Pero sir, if I read that section correctly, it says na the legislator is immune from arrest while Congress in session for cases that are punishable of
6 years.
6 years and below.
6 years and below.
In other words,
Yeah.
sir, I'm not a lawyer, pero my layman's reading of this is that kung above 6 years yung potential punishment, hindi po nag-apply ang immunity.
Totoo yun, hindi nag-apply. Kasi definite yun 6 years and below yung penalty, yung punishment. So sa ating batas, alam na natin kasi nakasama sa Revised Penal Code kung ano yung penalty, kung prison mayor,
Yes, sir.
di ba? May mga ganon. So define na natin kung 6 years or below o 6 years and 1 day to 12 years, halimbawa. Pero ito, sa kasong ito, ICC. Hindi natin alam kung ano yung penalty unless nakasaad doon sa papadala na ng dokumento na in case makonvict, ang penalty rito sa kaso ng kung sino man, eto ganito katagal. So doon, madi-decide natin kung papasok yung immunity under our Constitution.
Yes, sir.
Immunity from arrest, hindi immunity from suit.
Yes, sir. I understand, sir. Pero sir, yung RA 9851, that's our local law
Crimes
on
against humanity.
Crimes against humanity.
That might be a good reference point kasi that sets the punishment for crimes against humanity at 12 years, which is double yung 6-year cutoff.
Correct.
Minimum
Pero
yun,
hindi
minimum.
naman natin alam kung ang lalabasan ng kanilang confirmation of charges, kung sino yung particular na tawag na perpetrator. Pero hindi natin alam yung degree ng kanilang participation.
Okay.
What
Degree
if
of
accessory lang
participation.
pala, di ba?
That's
What
true.
if accessory lang pala at mas mababa sa 6 years o 6 years or below yung penalty. So, pwedeng ma-invoke yung ating Constitution. Kasi remember, hindi lang batas ito Constitution. In the same manner, na Constitution din ang pinagbabasihan doon sa akin sinabi na yung Article 3, Section 2 na inviolable yung ating yung rights ng mga Pilipino sa kanilang security from searches, pati yung pagkatao nila, yung warrant of arrest at nakalagay doon yung warrant shall issue after ng ma-determine ng judge. I suppose yung judge na nire-refer doon, local judge, hindi foreign judge. So, sa akin pananaw, at ito hindi ko naman sariling opinion. Ako kasi pagka na-interview at alam ko yung topic, yung subject matter, nagkukonsulta ako sa nakakaalam. At hindi lang basta nakakaalam, yung medyo may expertise doon sa field o kung ano yung batas yun, halimbawa sa Constitution, nagsasangguni ako para alam ko yung sasabihin ko, meron akong kumpiyansa sa sinasabi ko na hindi akin ang opinion, ha. Ito'y nanggaling sa even some retired justices na kaibigan ko, nagtatanong ako. Ngayon, itong sinabi ko na kailangang i-course through sa local court pag dumating yung ICC warrant, no? Ang hindi ibig sabihin nito, yung merit ng kaso kasi hindi naman alam ng judge kung ano yung particulars, ano? Pero at least mag-i-issue ng corresponding order. Ito yung opinion na nakuha ko, ha. Dapat mag-issue ng corresponding order yung local judge para ma-implement. Before the implementation of the execution of the warrant of arrest, kailangan merong corresponding order from the local court. Ganon din ang mga summonses, ano? Kapag ang foreign court nag-issue ng summons, halimbawa merong civil case o criminal case na nakapile sa Amerika o saan man dako ng mundo, labas ng Pilipinas, hindi basta-basta yun pwedeng i-serve na diretso sa respondent. Idadalhin mo na ito sa local court para sila yung magbibigyan ng corresponding order na para ma-implement yung summons. Remember, hindi para mag-issue ng warrant of arrest, no? But merong ibang legal views dito na kailangan din pakialaman daw ng local court. I-determine nila kung sa standard ng local court merong probable cause. But I'm not going there. Ang sinasabi ko lang, dahil may sarili tayong korte, may sarili tayong konstitusyon, at hindi naman extradition ang tig-usapan, ha? Maliwanag yun. Kung extradition, state to state, kailangan talaga ng korte. Umabot pa nga sa Korte Suprema yan. Remember yung kay Mark Jimenez? Umabot yan sa Supreme Court, no? Bago siya nag-surrender. Extradition yon. Pero in this case, ICC na hindi naman state to state, kung hindi international court. Pero dapat meron pa rin paggalang, pagsasaalang-alang sa ating local court para man lang mag-issue ng corresponding order yung local court to implement. Kasi hindi naman pwede mag-implement ng warrant of arrest ang Interpol. Dadaan sila sa NBI o kaya sa PNP. Yung NBI sa PNP, susunod sila sa utos ng korte natin dito, hindi sa utos ng korte ng ibang bansa o ng international court.
This is where I think there's a bit of a difference in opinion, Senator
Correct.
Lacson. Kasi there are
May
also
mga contrasting
other
legal views. Correct yun, tama.
There are also other legal experts, for example, si Dean Mel Santamaria of FEU, who say that the
Yeah, nabasa ko yun.
1987 Constitution is clear that the Philippines, because we subscribe to the Rome Statute, that we adopt the generally accepted principles of international law as part of the land. So, kung saan nag-apply ang international law, we have absorbed it as part of the constitutional law of the land as well. And the reason I think
Regina,
that there is so
Regina,
much
we're not
criticism.
comparing international law. Sorry, no? We're not comparing international law sa ating local law.
No, yeah.
Kino-compare natin ang international law sa constitution natin. Mas supreme ang ating constitution. Kasi remember yung treaty,
Yeah.
no, na signatory tayo, is a law. Kasi niraratify yan ng Senate. So yung treaty or law must be subservient to the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. Anyway, kaya ito may discussion kasi wala tayong legal president.
But
Ano to
sir, sir,
Uh,
I think the reason that you have copped a lot of criticism on it is because it is being seen as you
I know.
protecting your colleagues instead of abiding by the Constitution.
no.
Even
I'm not
Malacanang.
protecting my colleagues.
Go ahead, sir.
What I'm protecting, ang pinoproteksyonan ko yung legal processes natin, yung Constitution, hindi yung aking mga colleagues. I want to make that
Pero,
clear. Kasi
Senator-
yun ang ginawang pambato sa akin eh. Ang ginawang pambato sa akin, pinoproteksyonan ko yung mga colleagues ko. Alam mo kung tutusin for practical reasons, kung practical reasons at hindi Constitution pag-usapan, ano to kung selfish, mas gusto ko nga mabawasan yung minority para secured yung leadership ni Tito Sen eh. Pero that's not what I'm fighting for. What I'm fighting for is the Constitution based on my consultation with the legal experts na nakakaalam sa Constitution. Hindi ako abogado kaya nagkukonsulta ako. So gusto ko lang clarify yun. But, you know, at the proper time, at the end of the day, it is only the Supreme Court that can interpret yung constitutional provision kung nag-a-apply ba ito doon sa warrant of arrest ng ICC. Remember, wala pa tayong previous case na ganyan eh. So, ano to? Unang-unang kaso to, remember si Senator Bato, dumulog siya sa Korte Suprema. Pinitisyon niya, kinukwestiyon niya yung warrant of arrest. Ang sabi ng Korte Suprema, hindi kami pwede mag-rule kasi walang cause of action. Kasi wala pa namang warrant.
Wala
So
pang arrest.
premature. Yes. So walang ruling ng Supreme Court sa merito o sa interpretasyon ng Constitution. Ang sinabi ng Supreme Court, hintayin muna natin magka-warrant, may cause of action, may justiciable reason para mag-rule kami. So if it comes to that, no, na dumating yung warrant of arrest, I think this is a good case para matahimik na lahat yung mga contrasting legal opinion. At isa na lang yung iiral na
Oo
legal
nga.
opinion, yun yung sa Supreme Court. I'm not saying that I'm
Senator,
correct,
alam ko.
but I will not also concede na tama si Dean Santa Maria or any lawyer for that matter because hindi pa nga nakapag-rule ang Supreme Court.
So you just want precedence on it to set the record straight once and for all para klaro na moving forward.
Correct. Hindi ko sinasabi na tama ako, hindi ko rin mako-concede na tama sila kasi wala pang ang legal precedent.
Senator, I know it's a different case, no? Ang ini-invoke kasi ng Malacanang, yung commitment natin sa Interpol. And I know nung panahon ninyo, you were a former national police chief. Iba naman yung mga kaso. Pero alam ko meron na tayong mga cases na we had to cooperate with Interpol regarding yung mga ganyan na may inaaresto through the Interpol. Ano yung experience niyo noon? I know it's different, no, dahil hindi naman ICC yun. Pero nung police kayo, ano yung ginagawa natin kapag ganyang merong arrest warrant na idinadaan sa Interpol?
Wala akong natatandaan during my time na merong kaso na idinulog ang Interpol para arestuhin ang isang Pilipino na merong warrant of arrest na nanggaling sa ibang bansa. Especially
Yung foreigner, yung
or particularly sa ICC.
Yung mga terrorist, wala bang ganon? Terrorist suspects?
Wala akong nare-recall during my time. Kasi kung merong ganyang halimbawa, I'm sure dumulog na rin sa court yun para ma-question. Kaya nga first impression ito eh. Kaya interesting na magkaroon ng ganyang situation. No, hindi ko naman pinapanalangin na labasan sila ng warrant of arrest kasi hindi pa naman final. Ang aking pagkaintindi again ito sarili ko lang na pananaw, yung conference nila, yung confirmation of charges, parang siguro ito yung nagte-take ng form of judicial determination of probable cause. Sa akin palagay lang.
Yes, sir.
Ang sa ating kasi, hindi na nagkakaroon ng open court hearing. Minsan nagkakaroon din kung hinihingi ng respondent. Pero ang practice sa atin, kapag nag-file ng information ang DOJ o kaya ang ombudsman, binibigyan yung korte ng time para i-determine niya hindi final yung probable cause ng prosecutor. Dati kasi during my time, nung nasa law enforcement ako, basta nag-file ng information ang prosecutor, automatic nag-i-issue ng warrant of arrest. Pati yung recommendation na no bail, with bail. Pero
Yes.
ngayon, nagkaroon ng pagbabago yon. Merong second layer, second level, na maski merong finding of probable cause ang prosecutor, dinidetermine pa rin ng judge, ng court. Yun nga yung judicial determination of probable cause. So yung kina Senator Bato, Senator Go, palagay ko lang yung February 23 na yung parang conference, yung confirmation ng charges, I think yun ay tatalakay nila kung sufficient ba yung ebidensya na pinresenta ng prosecutors ng ICC para makapag-issue ng warrant of arrest ang ICC as a court.
Sir, sorry, another legal question. Maligalig ang mga bagay na legal eh. Anong pinagkaiba po ng kaso ng pag-surrender kay dating Pangulong Duterte sa Interpol doon sa maaring pag-surrender kay Bato de la Rosa at kay Bongo? Kung sakali man na mayroong arrest warrant, what would be the difference there? Kasi in the case of the former president, nag-file nga ng habeas corpus petitions yung mga anak na hanggang ngayon hindi pa rin gumagalaw. 10 months already. and that might be an indicator as well of the temper of the Supreme Court as far as the urgency of that petition was concerned.
Ang difference, wala rin kasi kinu-question nga yun, kaya lang walang ruling. At yun naman, hindi dinaan sa korte, no? Diniretso siya sa The Hague, diba? Nilipad nga siya. So, nag-file ng hindi lang habeas corpus, nag-file ng petition, yung mga lawyers siya, kaya na hindi umabot. So, ang tawag ng mga abogado ron, moot and academic. At ang totoo niyan, maski papano, ang sabi naman ng ICC, maski ano pang means, ano pa yung manner na dinala sa kanila yung kanilang inisyo ng warrant of arrest.
Doesn't matter.
Ano yun eh?
Correct.
They don't mind. They don't care. Maski
Yeah.
illegal, maski kininap, dinala doon, they acquired jurisdiction.
Now, I get what you mean, sir. Yung TRO nga, hindi yun naman talaga umabot. So that's already moot and academic as far as that's concerned. Pero the habeas corpus is still pending and it's been 10 months. So, yun nga, it might be an indicator as well of how urgent the Supreme Court looks at it.
Tingnan natin muna yung realidad. Kung si Pangulong Duterte na andito, pwedeng mag-rule sa habeas corpus petition. Ang problema, halimbawa nag-rule ang Supreme Court
Okay, implementation.
na ginrant yung habeas
Hindi naman
corpus
siya maharap.
petition. Paano ibabalik dito? Hindi
Kaya nga.
parang hindi siya implementable. Hindi enforceable. Even mag-grant. So siguro, yun na rin ang dahilan kung bakit hindi nag-rule ang Korte Suprema. Pero kung magkaroon tayo ng halimbawang kaso ngayon na halimbawa nahuli, ano lang to, no? Kumbaga sa nagtiteorize lang tayo. Nahuli halimbawa si Senator Bato. And before madala siya sa The Hague, nagpetition ng habeas corpus dahil hindi idinaan sa korte, magkakaroon ng ruling ang Supreme Court. Dahil nandito pa si Senator Bato. Halimbawa, kinulong siya sa NBI at hindi pa siya nadadala sa The Hague. So physically, wala pa siya sa custody ng ICC. Tapos nagpetition ng habeas corpus, I think the Supreme Court can still rule and order the NBI, no, para kung igagarant ang petition, para i-produce yung body ni Senator Bato.
Hindi ka ba kinokontak ni Senator Bato?
Kaya
Kahit
nga
feelers man lang.
Hindi.
Senator?
Nakausap namin yung anak niya, yung nasa staff niya.
Oo.
Pero yun lang. Pero sinabi ko kung makokontak at lahat, gano'n.
So,
hindi ko alam kung nakokontak.
Pero wala siyang message sa inyo na
kumontak daw eh.
wala siyang message na gusto na niyang bumalik sa Senate? Anything like that?
Wala whatsoever. Talagang invisible siya. Ang pinarating lang namin sa anak niya, maski wala si Senator Bato, wala kaming reason para isara yung opisina niya at hindi sumweldo yung mga staff niya.
how long can that go on for though, Senator Lacson? I mean,
For as long as senador siya. Kasi alam nyo, pati di ba, yung iba nagmumungkahi na mag-special election daw sakaling mawala yung mga ibang kasama namin. No? Specific naman yung pag-call ng special election. One, pag hindi pa expire yung term. Of course, hindi pa expire yung terms nila, di ba? Pangalawa, kung namatay, hindi naman sila namatay. Pangatlo, kung may conviction, final conviction. Ibig sabihin, wala nang pag-asang bumalik kasi na-convict na. Pero in the meantime na walang final conviction, hindi na-affirm. When I say final, ito yung in-affirm ng Supreme Court. Pagkatapos hindi naman sila namatay, hindi nga lang sila makapag-perform ng kanilang tungkulin. So, hindi pwedeng tumawag ng special election given the circumstances.
He's also not voting on the bills, no? He's not participating at all in legislative functions.
Kung
Hindi ba
kung
pwedeng
nominal,
consider yun
talaga hindi
na
sila makaboto.
incapacitated? Hindi ba pwedeng consideration
yung
na
hindi ba yung
incapacitated?
Iba yung physical incapacity eh. Yun yung utak na nasira na ulo o kaya physically incapacitated.
Oo
no?
nga eh.
Hindi siguro yun ang definition na incapacitated. Inability lang para mag-attend ng session at saka inability para bumoto kung nominal. Remember kung nominal kasi kung magdidoboche kami, ano lang. Actually, nakapag-file siya ng bill eh. Pwede sila mag-file ng bill using e-signature. Inaalaw naman yon.
Oo.
So, he's still performing.
Pero sir, nakapag-file siya ng bill lately?
I'm not sure, but he can.
Okay.
Padala niya yung signature.
Kaya nga, he can, but I don't think he has kasi he also didn't participate in the budget process last year, di
Yeah,
ba?
he was supposed to to head the debate
Defense
on the defense
committee.
issues.
So many of
Yeah.
the minority bloc's members are under duress right now, Senator Lacson, no? I mean, to put it mildly. So many of them are facing charges, if not related to the flood control investigation, then related to the war on drugs. Has there been any efforts to reach out to the majority bloc to for help? Meron na ba nagsasend po ng feelers? Any requests for assistance from you guys in the majority bloc?
Yes, actually kami nag-o-offer na kung ano yung matutulong within legal means, gagawin namin. Kasi kasamahan namin sila eh. Kung ano may tutulong, but within legal limits. Hindi po pwedeng we violate. Halimbawa, Senator Bato, kung yung immunity from arrest, pwede namin tigasan yon kung eligible siya, kung qualified siya under the Constitution. Halimbawa rin, kung halimbawang yung mga ibang kasama namin, kung ano yung may tutulong, siyempre, as the leader of the Senate, hindi naman leader lang si Senate President Soto na majority eh. Yun lang ang bumoto sa kanya. When he was elected as Senate President, leader siya ng buong Senado eh. So, obligasyon niya na tulungan lahat yung mga kasama namin. But may limit yun, di ba? Within legal limits.
So, sir, what are the options then? What are the options on the table for you to consider in looking at Bato's situation and possibly Bongo's?
Yung sinasabi pala ni Senator Risa na while Congress is in session, hindi papayagan pa aresto. Kasi I remember, si Senate President Soto, kinukwento nung Senate President si Jovito Salonga. Aarestuhin noon si Senator Enrile. Dahil ang kaso niya, di ba, yung rebellion.
Rebellion complex
Yung,
murder.
I think after the 89 po ba yan? Anyway,
Rebellion complex
to
murder.
cut the long story short, nasa session noon, merong session, actual session, nasa plenaryo. Dumating ngayon yung mag-aresto. Sabi ni Senate President Salonga, hindi nyo pwedeng arestuhin, hindi ko bibigay sa inyo. Igalang yun. Pero that's out of respect to the institution.
Yes, sir.
Pero pagkatapos ng session on that day, pwede nyo arestuhin. But not in the session hall. Yun siguro yun ang sinasite sa amin, kinukwento ni Senate President Soto, na assuming na yung mga kasama namin, nag-session kami, darating yung pulis, papasukin yung session hall, hindi kami papayag. Hintayin nyo mag-adjourn yung session. Maski hindi pa sinidye, nag-adjourn yung session for the day, at about more than 6 years yung penalty niya na hindi covered ng immunity from arrest, arrestin nyo after the session.
Sir, para lang malinaw, sorry, medyo nagkagulo-gulo yung definition.
Senator Soto.
Yes, sir. Sir, para lang malinaw kasi nagkagulo-gulo yung definition ng adjournment dun sa session days dun sa Supreme Court ruling. You're talking about hanggang masuspend ng session or ma-adjourn ng session talaga. Kasi ibang adjournment, di ba? Suspension is pwedeng, and the end of the day is suspended and then you guys have to go home.
Yan natin, pag-iwalay natin ha. Yung sinasabi kong experience kay Senator Enrile na hindi pinaresto ni Senate President Salonga, actual yung session sa session hall.
Apo.
Ayaw niyang papasukin yung mga pulis
Apo.
sa loob ng session hall. Ang sinasabi niya, hintayin niyo kami mag-adjourn for the day, pwede niyo arestuhin, wag dito sa loob ng session hall. Kasi pinoprotektahan niya yung institution. Iba naman yung adjournment sinidye at saka yung adjournment na magre-recess lang. That's another definition ng adjournment. Sa aming pananaw sa ngayon, pananaw din to Senate President Soto, ang definition ng adjournment ng session, yung matatapos yung first regular session namin, this could be in June or May or whatever. Halimbawa sa June, nagsinidya kami dahil papasok na kami doon sa second regular session. Yun ang isang definition. Ang isang definition naman, yung nag-adjourn kasi mag-session uli, di ba ang nagsisignal ng session ng Senate, yung SONA? Magsosona si Presidente Marcos sa July 2027. So pwede rin interpret na nag-adjourn kami na mahaba, di ba, pa sinidye, hintayin namin yung opening ng Congress for the following year. Pero in this case, kasi ibang regular, Kasi 3 kaming regular sessions 3 years kasi
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ayun, wala palang conflict doon. Sorry Ed, napagkamalian ko yung ibang Congress, sa ibang Congress pala siya. Pero yung CINIG, tama yon. Pag nag-adjourn kami sa first regular session, which is between July 2025 hanggang June 2026, CINIG adjournment yon. Walang session yung Congress. Kasi papasok kami sa second regular session sa July, third week of July 2027 o 2026. So yun, nag-adjourn kami. So walang session ng Congress. So maski covered ng immunity from arrest, pwedeng arestuhin. Dahil nga nag-adjourn na yung Congress, yung first regular session.
By the end of the regular session, ibig sabihin by June or July pa. Is that what you're saying? That's
June.
Oh. So in other words,
Mag-break kami ng June
so sir, let me just make sure that I'm getting this right. So what you're saying is kung sakali maghigpit ang Senado, ang chamber, at and if I got you right then, parang ito yung gustong napupuso ang definisyon ni Senate President Tito Soto, hindi ipapa-aresto si Bato hanggang hindi matapos itong regular session, which is by the end of June. Tama ho ba?
Yes, if I recall it correctly, ganoon ang kanyang pananaw.
So that's
Na
several months down the road.
adjournment ang pinag-uusapan. So halimbawang nag-session break kami nitong March 20. Kasi meron kaming schedule na ito yung parang IPU break ito or what March 20 break kami So hindi pa sinidya yon. Naka-break lang kami, babalik kami ng I think May 4. So from May 4 hanggang June, kung kailan yung sinidya namin, para papasok na kami sa second regular session sa third week of July, yun yung sinidya adjournment. Na kung saan hindi na valid yung immunity from arrest sa mga kasong 6 years and below ang penalty.
Yes, sir. Pero sir, there's a Supreme Court decision ng Philippines versus Halosos in 2000, which is much later than the case of Senate President Joby Salonga barring the arrest of Enrile. And in that Supreme Court case, ang sinabi ng Supreme Court, mahalaga yung 6 years na definition kung saan malalaman mo kung ikaw ay immune o hindi. In other words, very limited ang immunity ng legislator, especially with the 6 years jail term. So, yun po yung inimpose ng Supreme Court in year 2000.
Walang argument doon. Klaro yun Sinabi ko kanina, 6 years and below, walang immunity. Yun ang sinasabi ng Supreme Court in the case of Alusos. Remember ang kaso ni Congressman Alusos? Capital offense
Yes, sir.
Reclusion perpetua kasi rape di ba?
Yes, sir.
Statutory rape.
Yes, sir.
So hindi covered ng immunity yung kaso na mahigit sa 6 years ang penalty, ang imprisonment.
Yes, sir. What I'm saying, sir,
yung Supreme Court doon.
Yes, sir. What I'm saying, sir,
sa 6 years and below yung definition ng immunity. Tama sila ron.
Opo. What I'm saying, sir, is basically the Supreme Court said na if you're beyond the 6 years, whether in session or not, you are not immune.
Oo nga.
No. Pag 6 years and 1 day, up to 12 years, hindi ka talaga immune.
Yes, sir.
hindi nga
Whether
immune.
you're in session or not, you are not immune. So that's
Yes. Correct. Ang immunity from arrest, pagka cases involving imprisonment or penalty na 6 years and below lang. Walang
Kaya
pinag-uusapan na immunity
yun ang
pagka more
sinasabi
than
niya.
6 years. Oo nga.
Pero Senator,
Nag-agree naman tayo doon.
di ba
Wala
dapat...
wala tayong argument doon. Ganun din ang sinabi ko kanina. Walang immunity from arrest. Basta 6 years, mahigit 6 years, ang penalty. Ang nagsiset-in lang yung immunity from arrest based on the constitutional provision kapag 6 years and below.
Senator, ang pagkakaintindi ng ibang tao, yung immunity from arrest yung physically in session kayo. Tapos paglabas dun sa pwede nang arestuhin. Mali ba yung ganung perception? Basta lumabas sa Senado, pwede nang arestuhin. Merong ganung iniisip mga tao.
Maliwanag naman yung when Congress is in session. Ang session ng Congress, hindi naman yung kada Hindi naman sinabing
Hindi yung
when
physical
session is
in
adjourned
session.
eh. Hindi naman sinasabing when session is adjourned eh.
Oo.
When Congress is in session.
Oo nga.
Iba yung when session of Congress is adjourned kaysa doon sa when Congress is in session. Magkaiba yun.
Okay.
Dun sa impeachment case kasi, di ba? May bago definition na calendar days with
Iniisip
session.
ng mga tao di ba?
Halimbawa, sinabi ng Constitution, when
sige.
session is adjourned, sinabi ng Constitution, may immunity from arrest kung ang penalty 6 years and below when session is adjourned. Iba yun. Kada adjournment, pwedeng arestuhin. Pero sinabi ng Constitution, when Congress is in session. So, pag-uusapan natin, kailan nag-adjourn ang session ng Congress?
Oo. I feel like we could debate the
adjournment.
Yeah. I feel like we could debate the legality of this for a long time.
In
Pero
secularum.
may element of public opinion din here, no, Senator? And the general perception right now is that...
Regina, sorry kapag Constitution ang pag-uusapan, walang public opinion.
No. Yes, I know. But
sabi nga natin,
because the idea is, that, to put it crudely, what it looks like now is that the upper chamber is protecting its own members at the expense of accountability, right? Doesn't it also cause the Senate to lose some moral authority and also public trust if you carry on with this?
No, if we violate the Constitution or we violate the law of the land, yun ang talagang walang patawad. Wala na tayo pag-uusapan. Pero we are just complying with the provision of the Constitution, which is the fundamental law of the land. At paliwanag ang sabi doon na may immunity from arrest, hindi lang ang senador, kundi pati congressmen, pag ang penalty again, 6 years and below, at saka when Congress is in session. Wala namang ibang interpretation dun eh.
Correct.
Wala tayong binabiolate, wala tayong moral ascendancy na nawawala. Pag nagpapalo tayo ng Constitution.
But now you have to define kung ano yung session, ano?
Yes.
Oo. Di ba pwedeng guidance doon yung kasi nung impeachment ni Vice President sinabi ni Chis Escudero, hindi kayo pwedeng magtuloy-tuloy ng trial kasi hindi kayo in session dahil nangangampanya. Pwede bang guidance yun?
Iba yung immunity from arrest sa doon sa impeachment Ibang definition
Hindi kasi pinag-usapan natin yung session Di ba? Sabi mo, you will define the session Di ba?
Ganito lang ating sundan na panuntunan, nag-rule ang Supreme Court tungkol doon. No? Ako ang parating sinusunod ko, whether right or wrong, nag-agree man ako hindi, pag nag-rule ang Supreme Court, it becomes part of the law of the land. And who can argue with the so-called gods of Padre Paura? So, mag-agree ka man o hindi, sa tingin mo naman mali o tama, sumunod tayo kasi yun ang ruling ng Supreme Court.
Sige.
This is a debate that we keep going over and over again on this show.
May isang retired God doon,
They are gods of Padre Paura, but they're also susceptible to public opinion, right? Public perception.
Tama.
Even the gods have feet of clay.
Even the gods have feet of clay. Senator, okay, so we'll leave that topic kasi, again, all of this is hypothetical kasi number one, wala pang arrest warrants, and number two, you haven't even convened in the Senate to talk about this. So let me move on to the flood control investigation. Ano na pong nangyari dun sa draft committee report that caused a lot of kerfuffle a few weeks ago?
Yeah, naka-route na ito. Binigyan namin silang ng tigiti isang kopya. Hindi ito yung route na isa-isang pinapadala sa mga opisina. Kasi nadala kami last time, nag-leak yung draft na partial report. Ginawa namin para traceable din kung saang opisina mag-leak. Bawat isa, binigyan namin ng kopya na pipirmahan nila. Sa kanila namin i-consolidate kung makakagather ng 11 signatures. Para ma-file na masubmit sa Bills and Index para maisama na sa ordinary business. Para ma-report out ko na, nagdadraft na ako ng sponsorship speech in case na makuha yung 11 signatures or more para sponsor ko na sa floor para magdebate na kami.
This version of your bill, how is it different from the draft committee report? Sorry, not bill, the report. This version of the report, may pagkakaiba po
At saka
ba?
yung nag-leak,
Oo, doon sa na-leak na
sa
version.
nag-leak, walang substantive na revision doon. Ang binago lang doon, yung isa, no, yung significant pero hindi substantive. Yung salat na recommended for filing of charges, pinalitan namin ng recommended for preliminary investigation, which amounts to the same thing, ano? Kasi yung kaya lang gawin ng Blue Ribbon Committee o ng Senado, mag-recommend ng preliminary investigation to be conducted by the DOJ and or ombudsman as the case may be, you know? Hindi kami pwedeng mag-recommenda ng filing of charges sa court. Kinlarify lang namin yon kasi nagkaroon ng misunderstanding na pagka-filing of charges, sa layman nga naman, ang intindi, sasampa na ng Senado sa korte. Kaya pinalitan namin yung phrase na yon. Sa halip na filing of charges, ginawa namin preliminary investigation. Pero ganun din ang ibig sabihin, yun din ang substance. Kasi hindi naman kami talaga pwedeng mag-recommenda sa korte. Only the DOJ at saka ombudsman ang pwede lang mag-recommenda sa korte.
Isn't that a big step down, Senator? I mean, preliminary investigation
Hindi,
sounds
hindi.
benign. Recommended for filing of charges is a lot more serious.
No, Regina, sorry. Specific yung preliminary investigation. Mas nilagay namin yung for filing of charges, ang pupuntahan din nun, preliminary investigation. Hindi pwedeng, kasi ang pwede lang mag-file ng information sa court, DOJ at saka ombudsman. Nasa mandate nila kasi sila yung prosecutor.
Yeah.
Ang Senado, mas mababa pa nga kami sa NBI saka sa police kasi kami in aid of legislation, kaya lang sa mandate ng Blue Ribbon Committee, merong portion doon and investigation. Hindi lamang yung in aid of inquiry, in aid of legislation, and investigation. Meron pang ganon. So doon sa aspeto na yun, pwede kami mag-recommend ng filing of charges
Oo.
or preliminary investigation. Pero pareho rin ang meaning nun.
No, of course, we understand
Senator.
only the DOJ and the Ombudsman can act on it. Pero I'm just wondering whether there was pressure to change the language because preliminary investigation.
No pressure. No pressure. Ano na yun, suggestion ng ibang kasama ko na baka ang dating daw sa mga kababayan natin pag filing of charges, inaakusahan na yung mga kasama namin sa korte, which is a level higher than preliminary investigation. Pero ang ibig sabihin pa rin noon, kasi hindi naman kami pwedeng mag-usurp ng function ng DOJ at saka ng ombudsman. So maski pinalitan namin ng preliminary investigation, yung filing of charges, preliminary investigation pa rin yun. Walang kaibahan yun.
Pero sir, but in the past, the Blue Ribbon Committee would at times recommend the filing of charges, if I recall correctly.
Semantics lang, Ed. Ano na yan? Choice of words lang, pero pareho rin ang meaning. Pareho rin intention, pareho intention. Pero it could be interpreted in two ways, ano?
And wala naman names na natanggal doon sa committee report from the leaked version.
Wala. Yung pa rin. Oh. Kasi guided kami by evidence Nireview namin na nireview. At saka hindi ako yung mismo nag-review. Guidance lang sa akin, be guided by evidence. Hindi pwede rito yung merong personal consideration. So my lawyers, sa staff ko, plus yung General Counsel ng Blue Ribbon Committee, who used to be the Deputy Ombudsman for Luzon and Special Prosecutor during the time of Ombudsman na Conchita Capi Morales, si Gerard Mosquera. So very competent. Bad pleasure pa nga ito So wala akong duda na pag-aaralan niya mabuti ito at tama, based on my guidance, na walang personal consideration. Basta, kumbaga sa Department of Justice, naka-blindfold kayo. Tingnan nyo lang ebidensya. Doon lang nakatuon yung mata nyo sa ebidensya. At yun ang lumabas. And ako naman,
Senator,
since I'm the chairman, I will take full responsibility sa kanilang ginawa na report.
Senator, nakailan na kayong signature so far? Mga ilang araw na rin yan, di ba?
Hindi ko pa naman monitor bukas, malalaman ko kasi bukas yung session namin. Pero may mga nag-indicate na with reservation, will amend, will interpolate, napipirma raw sila. At least sa majority group. And we're 15. No?
So,
Pero yung
15.
Senate President, kasi hindi na nagpipirma yung Senate President ng committee report.
14.
14 yung, kaya baka maluwag yung 11. Ngayon, kung hindi pipirma yung mga kasamahan ko, hindi ako mga 11 signatures, then there is no committee report. Ang totoo niyan, mas magang ang trabaho ko. Wala akong i-depend sa floor.
So you're confident that you're na maluwag ang
Yeah.
11. You will get that number.
Kaya. Oo, kaya.
I think so. Kasi nung nag-caucus kami, nung unang diniscuss namin, nag-express sila ng mga concerns nila tungkol doon sa mga words na ginamit. Pero sa akin, sinabi ko rin sa kanila, meron akong bottom line, may baseline ako dito. Kung babaguhin natin yung substance, I'm not willing to sponsor it. Maghanap kayo ng ibang mag-sponsor. Kasi I cannot defend something which I don't believe in.
Okay. We will leave that there. We've talked to you for nearly an hour now, so we'll let you get some rest. Thank you so much for talking to us and
Alam mo,
explain.
Regina
Thank you,
and Ami, para sa mga
Happy
hindi
New Year,
abogado, para sa mga hindi lawyers, para tayong
Oo nga, pareho tayo.
ewan.
mga hindi tayo
Kaya nga para
learned.
tayong ewan.
Hindi naman ganun, sir. We're trying our best, right, to
Yes, sir.
translate it
Yeah,
to
we're trying our best.
the general audience.
And we consult naman eh.
Yes, sir. Tsaka, sir,
Oh, we have to communicate to the layman, Senator.
you don't want to leave
Yeah,
discussion
correct.
flow
Oo.
only to lawyers kasi you have,
Babaliktarin ka.
you have to involve the
Sisigilin
layman.
tayo na mahal maningil yung mga abogado.
Okay.
Hindi, tsaka
To interpret.
nagkukonsult naman tayo sa mga lawyers na nakakaalam,
Yeah, of
di ba?
course.
Oh,
Bago
of
tayo
course.
magsalita.
Exactly.
I'm sure kayo ganun din eh.
Okay.
Bago kayo magtanong,
Oo,
nagkukonsult
syempre.
kayo sa mga lawyers
Oo.
na hindi naniningil ng attorney's fees kasi kaibigan
Mahal,
natin.
oo, mahal yun, no? Mahal.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Senate President
Thank you,
Pro
sir.
Tempore Ping Lacson.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
You are watching StoryCon on One News.